Hi, Sue Wilson. I have a lovely steampunk wreath card for your Christmas cards this year. Isn't that gorgeous? Let me show you what we'll be using. It uses a couple of the die sets from our industrial sheet collection. We have the holly, and I'm using the bow and the joy from the steampunk wreath. We're also going to be using one of the new stencils that Lisa Horton has designed. This is called Steampunk Stars, and I'm going to start right here. So these are larger masks. I'll give you a quick measurement on them. They are 6 5/8 inch square. So I'm going to put them onto a just slightly larger piece of white card, coconut white card, and I'm going to tape it into place. Just center it. I'm going to have a little bit of an edge around it. There we go. And there we go. In fact, let me just move that one a little bit off top. Don't want to have so much onto the edge. Okay, so what we're going to do with this today is emboss this, okay? So I'm going to go over to my platinum. Now, there's a couple of different ways you can do this, but as long as your mask, your cardstock is between the mask and the rubber mat, you are good to go. So I personally like to turn it upside down and lay it onto the base plate. Put the tan mat over the top of it. There we go. And then the embossing plate. Okay. Let's take this apart and carefully remove our tape. We can use this for another time. Pop that to the side. So you can see you've got a really nice emboss. Now this is not going to be as deep as an embossing folder because you only get the depth of the mask, but you've got some really pretty background there for it, okay? So what we're going to do is work on this piece and create our wreath. Now I've cut several pieces of the holly in a Brunswick Green, and then what I've gone ahead and done ahead of time is I've used the this is Hunter Green Glitter Kiss on them. So I'm just going to show you what I did. So I'm going to take the lid off, pop the top out, and I've picked up a little bit of the Glitter Kiss, and then I've just pounced it over these hollies. And just added a little bit of that glitter. Since you're doing a green on green, it's quite easy to do. There we go. And it doesn't actually take too long to dry. So there's one of them, and you can see there's just a little bit of a sparkle that you get from those. I'll go ahead and do the other one. And it also points out that these are both right and left facing. You've got just a little bit of a curve to them, so they are perfect for making wreaths. They're quite cute. They've got the little cogs coming out off the sides. There we go. Pop this back on, and we'll show you this one. So you've got just a beautiful glimmer from that. Now once that dries, that glitter won't flake off on your cards either. It'll be totally encapsulated. So let me just tidy that up. Take that off of our mat. So now I've cut several of these, and I've cut them down just a hair bit in size, a little bit off the ends, and I've kept those little pieces here. So we're going to sort of piece them into place after we get the basic wreath on. So a little bit of glue. I'm just going to pop some glue on the stems of all of these so they'll start to set up and get tacky. So they'll stick better that way. And I've got some on this side as well. So these are the right side of the card, and those are the left sides of the card. Stay there. Okay, that should do the trick. So I think it's easiest personally just to sort of start, and you've got like a circle sort of pattern here. So I'm just going to basically follow that around, and I'm going to lift these up and just put them right underneath, sort of move them so they get that circular look. There we go. And another one. That looks pretty good. So now we've kind of gotten down to the bottom. I'm going to move that one up just a little bit. So we're going to go from this side. Tuck this one under, just about like that. There we go. So if you're doing this at home, you can take a little bit more time and place them exactly where you want, but this is a pretty easy placement on these. It's not too bad. And a little bit of overlap there. Now what I want to do is just give a tiny bit more fullness there. So I've got some of these that I've cut off the ends, and we can just bring in a pair of scissors and just nip them just to get little bits to use. So I'll add some glue to some of these. And let's just do a few. I'm not sure how many we'll need. It's kind of a personal preference. Once you've got it full enough, then you're good to go. Just do a few. And you've got a little bit of extra holly you can use. You've got some of the little steampunk pieces. You can use them like that if you like. Let's see if we can do that too. So probably around the top here, maybe add one in. Got the little holly bits there. And they've still got that same left or right edge to them, so you can sort of use them on either side if you like. Yeah, it looks like it might go nicely. In fact, I'm going to take off just the end piece of that, like that. Pop this one under just a little bit. You can lift them. I've only just glued on the edge of those stems there, so there we go. And let's do one more right about down here, and I'm going to pop that under. There we go. So we've got a real nice fullness to it. Okay, so now what we want to do is add the bow. Now I've gone ahead and cut this from the wreath out of red card and added just a little bit of mounting foam on that, and I'm going to put some glue on so it's going to stay on there really well. Pop that right over the top. Okay, and these little cogs are so cute. I've cut them in red so they just look like little berries. So we can add some glue onto these and just pop them onto little strategic spots. Don't worry about the glue. If it shows through, it dries perfectly clear, so you won't have any issues once it's dry. There we go. Put one about like that. And if you've got a stem showing, it's a perfect place to hide that. And a little bit. Let's go right about like that. I'll put one down on the bottom, right about here, so it looks really cute as a wreath. So now what we want to do is bring in our fire red glitter kiss. Oops. And I'll move that to the side, and I'm going to go over the joy. Now I've cut the joy in red and in black, so what we want to do is give it a little bit of glitter kiss over the red one, just to get a tiny bit of shimmer and shine to that one. A little bit more. Trying to keep it very light so it dries quickly. And that is looking good. Oh, perfect. Pop that back in. It doesn't take very much. And there again, once that's dry, that glitter won't flake off at all on your card. So I'm going to use a little bit of glue. It's got quite a decent back area for glue, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm going to just pop it tiny bit offset. Let me get that. So I have a little bit of a shadow there. Okay, and let me tidy that up so I don't get it on my card. Okay, and I do want to bring in our backing so we have a complete card. So I've gone with a white on white. I thought with the red and green it was just such a beautiful pop of color. I would just use a white so it didn't take away from that. And I can put this one right in the center there. There we go. And all we need now is our sentiment. And put that right in the middle. Voila. There you have it. And I'll give you a quick measurement just so you know the overall size once it's finished is 8 1/4 inches square. Yes, it is. So there you have a lovely steampunk wreath. I think anybody would enjoy a card like this, don't you? Hope you've enjoyed the video, and our YouTube channel has so many more videos for you to watch.